Here's your assignment. We never give assignments, but here they are. Lighten up. Stop worrying about everything. Be nice to yourself. Esther started a process, and it served her so well because she really felt something powerful when we began talking about unconditional love. So something would happen in business or with friends or with family or in her personal experience in some other way, some condition that wasn't the way she wanted it to be. So she wrote the condition on the top of the page. This condition sucks. And then she would ask herself the question, if this condition were resolved, or if it were not like it is, how would I feel? And she began writing a few words. Well, I would feel sure, and I would feel better, and I would feel clear. And then she began realizing that what we were saying to her is, while she does not have the power in this moment to change that condition, she does have the power to demonstrate in her own experience those emotions. And after a few hundred times of identifying a condition that she was blaming for how she felt, and then just by writing the word fun, clarity, love, freedom, exhilaration, just writing those general aligning words, she was discovering the emotions that she thought she needed the condition to change in order to accomplish without the condition changing at all. Unconditional alignment. That's freedom. Humans worry, oh Abraham, you're just teaching us to put up with stuff we don't like. Yeah. But not put up with it. Allow your vibration to be neutral, to be not pushing against it, to be ripe and ready for the inspiration. Because all those things that you want, all that stuff, and we know you don't just mean stuff, you mean conditions and you mean all of that, but all of it, you want it because you believe you would feel better in the having of it. And we want you to show yourself that you can feel better without the having of it, and then you have it. That is just the trickiest thing. Esther argued with us about that for about 5 years. You guys should have set that up better. Are you saying to me that if I really want something, that my desire for something that I don't have is going to prevent me from it, and I have to just kind of chill out and not try so hard? And we say, yeah. You have to find a way not to have active within you your awareness of its absence. Because when your awareness of its absence is the most active vibration you've got, you can never receive the revelation or realization. There isn't anything that you have come to the conclusion that you want that we weren't there every step of the way as you were coming to those decisions and conclusions. The only difference between you and your human form and us as we stand in our non-physicalness is that with each thing that you ask for, we receive it fully and don't contradict it with a belief that does not allow it to sustain. In other words, we're cleaning up the vibration as we receive it. And you all let momentum get going pretty good before you try. Can you feel the difference in that? Yeah. That's why if you meditate and you feel good and you move out into the day and you start not feeling so good, you're more likely to change your focus of attention in order to maintain your feeling good. Have we convinced you? Do you believe this at all? Do you believe that feeling good is an advantage?
Yes. Yes.
So do you feel good for the advantage it brings you? This is a trick question, be careful. Or do you feel good because it feels good to feel good? That's the right answer. In other words, it feels good to feel good. And the reason it feels good to feel good is because when you feel good, all of you is there feeling good. You're not keeping any of you out. You're not blocking yourself from the clarity and the well-being and the stamina and all of the stuff that source energy is. The energy that creates worlds is flowing to you and through you. And when you feel emotionally good, you're allowing it, you see. We think that's a big deal. We think feeling good should be such a dominant intention that if somebody comes to you complaining, you just say to them, hey, I love you. Goodbye.
Yeah.
I want to feel good, and I can't feel good. And isn't it interesting how they seem to demand your attention? Hey, you listening to me? Not really. Not really. I got my headphones on, a neck pillow around my neck. I want you to hear what I'm saying. I know, I just don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. And we know you feel that you will be socially unacceptable. It's sort of what we were talking about a little bit ago, because people have things that they need. The world around you needs you to perform certain conditions in order for them to feel good. How's that working out for you? That's really the thing that you have to ask yourself. If you are not selfish enough and you are self-oriented, if you're not selfish enough to align with the total self that is you, you've got nothing to give. You came for joyous expansion, you see. So you're going to have to train those around you a little bit to understand who you know yourself to be. That you are pure positive energy and you like it that way. And you are a lover of unconditional love and you like it that way. And it won't be long before you will have trained yourself into this frequency that then you can move among any conditions and not lose your balance. We're not trying to get you to make everybody go away and go live in a hole and hide yourself in a corner away for 11 days from everything else. We're not trying to get you to do that. What we really want you to do is to find your balance and then get out there with a vibration that is so well practiced that it doesn't matter what comes your way, your alignment with source energy is dominant. You know, that's what's going on your planet. You freak each other out unnecessarily. But your planet is spinning in its orbit in perfect proximity to other planets and will continue to be so longer than you can do the math. The becoming of this time-space reality is improvement. You are not devolving, you are evolving. Source energy is with you, you see. Now you can find nitpicking things and use them as your reason to deprive yourself of your share of this alignment that's right there flowing to you and through you. But enough of you cannot get pinched off from it to have any effect on the well-being that is dominant. You can only deprive yourself of it. You will never deprive the whole. I'm finding a way to achieve a vibrational mood or atmosphere because I care about how I feel, first and foremost. And in doing so, in the absence of resistance, my vibration raises to the frequency of the source within me who knows all that I've become and leads me directly to it. That's how things come out of thoughts. In other words, they're not being shipped in from other planets. It's not about somebody else gathering it up and handing some of it to you. It's about you allowing yourself a vibrational frequency that helps you to realize. You've all had the experience. Happens to Esther on a pretty regular basis. There's something that she's looking for and she can't remember where it is. She's spread out all over a lot of places. And so she will focus on it and she'll try to remember where it is. Try to remember, where did I put that? When did I last use it? But then she'll just relax and remember somebody knows where it is. The source within her knows where it is. But you can't find something that's lost. Because when you perceive that it's lost, you cut yourself off. You create an atmosphere or mood that doesn't give you the revelation, that doesn't let you realize where it is. It's exactly the same thing. So she'll just relax and she'll say, oh, Abraham knows where it is. And within a minute or two, she's got her hands on it. But we didn't say to her, she wasn't in a place where she could hear us say, it's over there, or it's in that room, or it's under that. It's that, oh, I think I'll go in there for this other reason. And oh, I think I'll go over there for this other reason. She's always on her way to something else that was easy for us to lead her to, because it's not easy to lead her to what's lost. So that's why we love you so much. Your paths are so convoluted. You could be led directly to what you want, but you're so sure you can't have what you want that we have to take you around and around and around and around. Oh, you believe that, or 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 you believe that. Oh, looky there. Oh, looky there. Who knew? We knew. Esther says that on a pretty regular basis. Who knew? And then she hears us say, we knew. We knew. We knew. And you can know too. So we've gone to a place that we have not been before. And we want to recap because you all, whether it's your first time here or not, you are all up to speed with what just happened here. So let's talk about what just happened here. Your source energy in physical bodies, and you had plenty planned before you got here, that is all still available to you. You got here, you sifted through contrast, you put more in there, more details about what you want. And Source became every bit of those details and is shining a vibration, shining a light, so to speak, about all that you have become. If you're feeling negative emotion in any moment, it's because you've become something that you're not quite letting yourself be. You're not ever going to feel good until you let go of whatever it is that's keeping you from letting yourself be it and be it. In other words, that was the go with the flow phase of our commentary. In other words, just let go. Let the vortex take you in. It will, you see. So now we're saying to you that there's so much that you are observing. That's why you feel like you got to go away for 11 days and deprive yourself of the sensory that is around you. There's so much that is around you. There are so many conditions that you are letting control your vibration. But you don't have to let the conditions control your vibration. You have the ability to do it, and it's a simple thing. It took Esther about a week to really get the hang of this, and the process was so simple, what we just described it to you. And then one day, Esther was sitting out on the porch in Texas. She's looking out across the pool, looking at it through the eyes of Source, looking at some statues, some cranes that had been crafted by a magnificent artist who lives near here. So she's looking at these beautiful cranes and just turning inside out with her pleasure of them. And then at the pool and the water flowing and the oak tree and the cardinal sitting in the oak tree. She was turning inside out. She was in a state of rapturous bliss. It was indescribable, as you can tell, as she is even now trying to find words that help you sort of get a sense of how wonderful it all felt. And she sat there, and then it sort of subsided as her focus began to drift a little bit. And then she thought, Abraham, I need to talk to you about this, because are these not lovely conditions that are producing this emotion within me? Prettiest sculptures, most lifelike and beautiful anywhere on the planet. Isn't that the reason I feel like this? And this oak tree that is 200 years old, that the house was built around, isn't that a condition that is part of the reason I feel like this? And this swimming pool in its perfection, aren't these conditions the reason I feel like this? And we said, you felt like that before you perceived these conditions in this way. There's a big difference there. And she knew what we meant because she had never felt that way about any of these things before. Those cranes have been standing right there for 3 years. That tree has been there for 200 years, and she's been part of it for the last 7 or 8. In other words, the swimming pool's been there for 5 years. These things have been there for a long time. These conditions have been there for a very long time, and she never felt that way about them before, because she got to that vibrational state before she perceived them, you see. That's what you're talking about. Unconditional love. Finding alignment and then talking. That's why you're going away for 11 days. To find alignment and then go talk to people. Yeah. We've enjoyed this interaction more than words can explain. And we want you to know that these thoughts have never been before unto all of the universe. We've stepped into new places as a result of who you are. The universe has expanded as a result of this combination of thoughts and desires and beliefs. This expansion is what we all live for. In other words, we are eternal beings, all of us. We will never cease to be. And since we never cease to be, there's no place we're trying to get. All of that that we think we're going to